Back here inside the Dallas Floyd Phoenix Arena. What a sight it is, ladies and gentlemen. There are so many Cumberland fans here tonight, as well as a ton of Freed-Hardeman fans. That is a wonderful program and a great fan base, but they have a long drive home tonight as they just came in here and got shook by the Phoenix as Cumberland wins 89-79. They got down by 4 points early in the game, but never looked back after that. Head coach Eric Evans making his way up right now to put the headset on. We'll give him just a minute. Eric Evans now joining me here in the broadcast booth. Coach, congratulations not only on knocking off number one, knocking off a Mid-South Conference team, knocking off the defending national champion. This is a culture win for this program. This could be a turning point for an entire program.
For sure. I'm still trying to gather my thoughts. I'm kind of numb right now. Man, I've been sick all day, so I've been just sitting there in my office thinking, and I was like, man, every outcome that I thought about today, I just knew if we were just resilient, I just felt like we would have a chance to win the game. And I think we just continued to be who we were.
That's the right word, resilient, because we talked about it. You had one of those runs that this team has had in the first half, and Ron and I were talking about at the break and early in the game. They're going to make runs at you. They're not that good for no reason. They're going to make a run. How do you respond from those runs?
Right.
They got it as close as 3 one time, but they never got it any closer. Yeah. And you were able to take those runs and be resilient and hit free throws down the stretch, hit open shots when you got them, play tough defense, got hard rebounds. There was a lot of intensity in the gym, especially in the first half, but your guys kept pulling in the same direction and got it done.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing that I sit here and I'm kicking myself about right now is 17 turnovers. I mean, obviously that's the number one team in the country. I just felt like this game was ours for the taking, and I think we did the right things today. Man, I'm proud of them. I said, hey, this swing that you're about to embark on is a prize fight. It's the same thing I told you the last time we played, when we played on Saturday. This was going to be a prize fight, and all we had to do was continue to fight throughout the whole match. And for me, I felt like we did that. And even when they made their runs and they jumped up and hit shots, we still continued to stay together as one. And I think that was just the most beautiful thing about everything.
I'm going to sit here live on GoCumberlandAthletics.com, live on WANT 98.9, and I'm going to eat a little crow. I did not think that Demarius Boyd could do what he did in the second half. Offensively, he controlled the pace when he needed to, but more importantly, he took the right shots. He didn't start jacking up a lot of threes. He had numerous times where I think last year he tries to go in and get in for he stops, shoots that 7, 8, 9, 10-foot jump shot. He really, I feel, closed out this game for you, and in addition to all the free throws down the stretch.
For sure. I told him, we were up 9 with to end the first half, and it was just one of those things. Like I told him, appreciate it, Coach. I told you I had your back.
Ron Pavitt coming over to congratulate Coach E.
But I think that it was one of those things. Like I went at him at half, and I said no more ill-advised shots, and he was just like, okay. He responded the right way, and we got this running joke when it rains. Are we gonna get D Boyd? And today I was a little worried. It rained today, so I was like, ooh, I don't know which version we got, but it was one of the most efficient ones, and by far the best one that I've seen in a Cumberland uniform. And then it's one thing that I gotta say about him is, man, he's been through the ringer here. His first year not playing too much, but like last year we relied on him to score, and it wasn't efficient. This year, I think he responded the right way, and he has been efficient. But I also can say this. Ain't nobody ever scored 2,000 points in their career and that I know of that's played in this uniform. And he's embarking on that and about to score 1,000 points here at Cumberland.
And he did it playing every single minute of the game tonight, too. I think that's even more impressive, how tired he must have been down the stretch, but still was able to keep his cool, keep that 4 inches between the ears clear, and do what he needed to do. Got to give your coaching staff a lot of credit, too. I thought in the second half you did good job managing the clock. You slowed down the pace a little bit in the offensive set. Tristan Conger did a great job handling the ball and took a little bit longer to go into your half-court sets, trying to take up some of that clock. Got to give them credit, too, because they prolonged the game when they needed to. I didn't think we were ever going to get under 3 minutes of play.
I didn't either.
And with the fouls, the quick shots, they did everything they needed to do to give themselves a chance. But on the flip side, you did everything you needed to do to close the door.
Yeah, and I just can't say enough about our group. We're going to fight until the last whistle. And I just love what they did today. And, as we embark on going to Georgetown, we're expecting to respond the correct way. Don't just sit here and think about you got this big win. It was great, but ultimately we got to get on to the next. And, I'm going to watch the game as soon as I get to the house, and then the game is over. I won't think about it ever again. It's just me. And ultimately, I want to see what Georgetown did tonight. It's just one of those things, man.
That's the next challenge, is getting past this in less than 48 hours to go play the number 3 team in the country. How good of a story it is to beat number 1? Well, how great would the story be if you went and beat number 3 48 hours later?
You put everybody on notice.
And I don't know if they've told you this yet, but from everything we can find, we believe this is the first time a Cumberland men's basketball team has defeated a number 1.
I can see that.
I know we've beat a number 5 and maybe a number 4, even in my time. But I believe this is the first time. Kyle Allen says from everything he can find, this is the first time it's happened. So I'm going to shut up and let you get down there to all these people that want to go talk to you. I could not be more happy for you. I could not be more excited.
Thank you.
Just like you, we'll put it behind us. I'll think about it a little longer. But put it behind us after about 10 hours and then get ready for Georgetown on Saturday.
Well, we leave at 5 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, so it's going to be over with for me. As soon as I get on the bus, it's going to be out of my mind. So it's just I like the crowd that came out. We had a bunch of former players that were here. Tyler Bird down there on the baseline.
I didn't see T-Bird.
It was big time. We had some recruits here as well. You also had Jordan Stevens that played well throughout the game. And, he did a little jaw jacking, and it's all friendly.
You would
banter.
expect that.
And I love it.
You would expect that.
I love it. I just think that it's one of those. This is what I want to see our program continue to do. I want to see this gym continue to be packed, and I like what they did tonight. And not just only on just special events. So it was a big time to have that.
It was fun. It was fun. Congratulations,
Thank you.
That is head coach Eric Evans, and possibly the biggest regular season win for Cumberland in the program's history. Let's leave it right here, and let's just reflect a little bit. Cumberland goes down by 4 early in the ball game. They get it up by as many as 11 before the 10-minute mark. They're at a 9-point lead at the 10-minute mark of the first half. They extend that up to 14 before half. They trim it back down to 9 at intermission. Cumberland then pushed it back up to 10, and then it was 6 at the 10-minute mark of the second half. They got it as close as 3, but they never got any closer than that and never had the ball with a chance to tie the game. So when they got it to 3, Cumberland went and scored the next time down, and they didn't get it any closer than that. Freed-Hardeman, quickly, your point totals. Their leading scorer, Geraldo Lane, finishes with 16 and 7. 15 off the bench for Jordan Stevens, Cumberland Phoenix player. Phil Horton has 13 and 6 off the bench. 14 and 9 for Peyton Law. 8 and 2 for Jason Nixon. 6 and 5 for Mekhi Vassell. 5 and 1 for Sam Powell off the bench, and 2 for Brian Carter off the bench. They shot the ball well, 44%. Really struggled from outside the arc. They went 4 of 23, 2 of those down the stretch of the game. That's just 17%, so they did really struggle from behind the free throw line. For Cumberland, it wasn't just Demarius Boyd, but down the stretch, he really, really was great for this team. He finishes with 28 points, 7 rebounds, and played every single second of the game and went 9 of 10 at the free throw line, and he wasn't the only one to do that. Your second leading scorer, Jalen Anglin, 20 points and 3 rebounds. He was also 9 of 10 from the free throw line. 2 of your starters going 18 of 20 from the stripe. That's big-time basketball. 12 and 9 for Kai Wallace. He was great in this one. Tristan Conger, 12 points, 6 rebounds, 6 steals, and 6 assists and 1 steal in 37 minutes of play. Did a good job not fouling out as well. Keyshawn Robinson, massive in this game. 10 points and 6 rebounds for him. Had numerous takeaways at crucial moments. Nick Bernetti, he was also really good off the bench for Cumberland. He finishes with 7 and 1. He had some crucial buckets. Riggs Abner, only 5 minutes of play, did not get in the scoring sheet, but man, he was crucial in this game as well. It took everybody, and they got it done. Cumberland improved to 10 and 10 on the season, 3 and 2 inside of the conference. They will move on to play Georgetown, 2 o'clock on Saturday. That's the number 3 team in the country. We'll be on the road for that one. You can hear it right here on WANT FM 98.9 as well as on GoCumberlandAthletics.com. Now, no video feed for you at GoCumberlandAthletics.com. Georgetown, most of the time, will have a video feed on their website. You might have to pay for it. I'm not sure. You can always tune in to our feed for free, but on the road, we do not have the video feed. The home team takes care of that. But regardless, 98.9 FM if you're in the listening area or at GoCumberlandAthletics.com. You can get the audio for free as always. And if you really want to catch that video, you can go to Georgetown's website, or you can make the drive. It's not that far up to Georgetown, Kentucky to watch what will be a really good doubleheader, both the men and women. Once again, for the first time in program history, Cumberland men's basketball knocks off the number 1 ranked team in the country. Your final 89-79. What a game inside the Dallas Floyd Phoenix Arena. Back at the radio station in Lebanon to Preston Martinez. Thank you so much for sticking around. It's like triple duty for you, my friend. Appreciate you so much for doing what you do. For our in-house producer here in the gymnasium, Thomas Denny to my left, I appreciate you. Sports Information Director Kyle Allen. And for my partner in crime, the man to my right, the Athletic Director of Cumberland University, Ron Pavin, I'm John Boyce. Thank you so much for tuning in. What a night for Cumberland University. We'll talk to you again on Saturday.